Welcome back to The Global Perspective. Today, we're diving into a topic that affects us all, the global economic crisis. With inflation rates soaring, supply chain disruptions, and geopolitical tensions, it's critical to understand how these factors intertwine and shape our world. Joining me today are two experts, Dr. Sarah Linton, an economist specializing in international markets, and Marcus Henderson, a financial analyst with a focus on emerging economies. Thank you both for being here.
Thank you for having me.
It's great to be here.
Let's start with the basics. Dr. Linton, what are the primary drivers behind the current global economic crisis?
Well, there are several interrelated factors. First, the aftershocks of the COVID-19 pandemic have left many economies struggling to recover. Supply chains are still not back to pre-pandemic efficiency, leading to shortages and inflation. Then, there's the energy crisis exacerbated by the geopolitical tensions, particularly in regions like Eastern Europe, that have driven oil and gas prices through the roof.
That sounds incredibly complex. Marcus, could you elaborate on how these factors impact emerging economies compared to developed nations?
Absolutely. Emerging economies often lack the financial resilience of developed nations. Higher energy prices and inflation hit them harder since they typically spend a larger portion of their income on food and energy. Additionally, many emerging markets are heavily reliant on exports of raw materials. So, when global demand fluctuates due to economic uncertainty, it creates a ripple effect that can lead to severe economic contraction.
And let's not forget about currency fluctuations. Emerging economies often face currency devaluation, which makes it even harder for them to afford imports and service foreign debt. This can lead to sovereign debt crises, which we've seen in some countries recently.
So, it creates a vicious cycle. What do you think are the immediate solutions we could consider?
I think one key solution is enhanced international cooperation. No country can navigate this crisis alone. G20 meetings and organizations like the IMF and World Bank need to work together to provide support and even debt relief to the most affected nations.
I agree, and I think financial institutions need to be more responsible in their lending practices. In times of crisis, overly aggressive lending can lead to defaults, exacerbating the problem. Additionally, there should be an emphasis on sustainable practices. Investing in green energy and technology could create new jobs and reduce dependency on imported fossil fuels.
It sounds like a multifaceted approach is necessary. How do you envision the future? Dr. Linton?
Honestly, it could go both ways. We could see a significant global recession if these issues remain unaddressed. But there's also an opportunity for reform. Economies could adapt to be more resilient, focusing on localized production and green investments.
Exactly. It's a delicate balance. The potential for growth exists, but it relies on how effectively leaders respond to these challenges. If done right, we could emerge stronger and more united, though that requires significant political will worldwide.
Thank you both for your insights. It seems clear that while the challenges are daunting, we also have the chance to innovate and adapt. Let's keep the conversation going in future episodes as events unfold. If you're listening, let us know your thoughts on the global economic crisis and how it's affecting you. Until next time, stay informed and engaged.